coffee. Coffee, coffee, I love my coffee. Good morning, friends. I want to talk a bit about worry, okay? Because worry is a crux for many. It can be a crux for me. I've dealt with major anxiety. I used to have panic attacks 2 or 3 times a week back in the day. Like it's a real thing, and it can be incredibly debilitating and crippling if you don't know what's actually going on. And if you feed the fear that comes along with it. Now, worry is a form of resistance. Resistance to what? Resistance to the flow of the universe. Resistance to life, resistance to good feelings, the goodness that wants to come into your life and through you, resistance to prana, to life force energy, to God's love, to all of it. Worry pinches you off. Worry pinches you off from the present moment and from what you want and from what's here right now for you. It just pinches you off. It creates a dam almost in your body. Worry and anxiety, when you think of that, when you think of being worried, do you feel it in your guts? Do you feel everything kind of twist up and tense up? That creates a blockage to the very essence of you and your soul and your spirit. It creates a blockage to the flow of that through your body, because we are so much more than just this. We exist outside of our body as well. That's what an aura is called. But worry shrinks your energy and lowers your vibration and just kind of puts these blinders on you and shuts you off from the world. Worry has you kind of hyper focusing on whatever you perceive is going wrong, and you walk through your day with these blinders on, and that's all you're gonna see. If you're worried about not having enough money, then you're going through life like this, constantly worrying about not having enough money, and every circumstance that comes into your perception will be colored by the filter of there's never enough money. So you get a bill in the mail and it's just more confirmation that there's not enough money because you've got these blinders on. And it works with anything. It works with any kind of fear, any kind of anger, jealousy, anything like that. If you're super angry about something or someone said triggered something in you, and now you're pissed off about it, and you've got your angry blinders on, everything that happens in your day is gonna piss you off even more. So if you can give yourself the room to feel whatever emotions are happening and take a couple of really deep, long breaths and come back to this present moment and shift your focus even to your pet or the sky or something else that's not this thing that's upsetting you, you start to widen your perception. You start to widen your gaze, and slowly the blinders come off as you realize that this emotion is a temporary thing that's just trying to move through you and show you something about yourself. Because right here, right now, you're okay. Right here, right now, if you're watching this on some internet, on some screen, you're doing pretty well for yourself. I know your mind might try to run with that and be like, oh, well, actually, I'm not because this, and this. No, you are more than this, and this. You are more than your present situation and your present perceived limitations. You are so much more than that. You are an infinite consciousness. What happens when your body dies? You don't die. Your spirit lives on. You, that is what and who you are. This body is a vessel and a tool to move through this reality with. But even this body is not you. Your name is not you. Your thoughts, your emotions, those are not you. You are the being sitting behind all of this, watching it happen, feeling all of it happen. And you are an extension of God, of Source, of the universe. You're an extension of that. So these emotions can feel very real, very overwhelming, very overbearing, very in your face and in your head. But if you can give yourself even 2 minutes to slow down, like sit in your body and feel what it feels like to be a human being on planet Earth right now, you might just be able to kind of separate yourself from the emotions and remember what's really important. Think of it this way. If you're lost in a forest, are you going to just stand there in the middle of the forest, wondering how you're going to get out, lamenting the fact that you're lost in the forest, just standing there in it, hoping for a solution? Or are you going to start to take action to build yourself a shelter, maybe try to find some food, try to find a way out of it? This is how I've been dealing with my anxiety, and it's been changing my entire life, is cultivating the awareness, slowly but surely, realizing that when I'm in it, when I'm feeling all frickin' wound up and anxious, realizing that, okay, I'm lost in the forest right now. How do I get out? What's my next right step? What's my next right step to start to find my path out of this? What's the solution? You don't even have to know the whole solution. You just need to know the next right thing for yourself to do to feel a little bit better. Because I think another place that we can get hung up is, holy crap, I feel like ass right now. How do I fix it all? How do I get out of this? How do I feel happy again? Slowly but surely, and with persistence and determination, that is what you want to feel, and that this unpleasant circumstance is not where you want to live. You, because no one else can do this for you, you must decide that your happiness is your priority. more of a priority than these feelings of worry and fear. I think that's all I got. That and coffee. My little friend. So if you're feeling lost right now, I feel ya. I know it. I still deal with it all the time. I mean, some people recently have come up to me and just said, oh, well, you know, life seems really awesome for you, and you're doing all these things, and it must be, I don't know, like, almost like it seems like it's easy, but it's not. It's not always easy. It's a choice. And I still deal with, like, some dark thoughts and some weird stuff, but I want to be in a positive headspace more. That feels way better. Feels better for me and my body. Feels like way less resistance. It feels like proper digestion. It feels like being able to take big breaths. It feels like clearer sight. Physical and spiritual sight. And the more that we practice this, the easier that it gets to kind of realize that you're in this habit and to switch gears. But there is no one-stop shop, take the blue pill, everything's going to be better or more, whatever you think it is that you need that's different from what you have right now. That doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen like this. It doesn't happen with a supplement. It doesn't happen with some weird fad diet. It happens by being in communion with yourself. Learning to be okay with yourself. And with the aspects of yourself that maybe you're not so proud of. Because making peace with those aspects of yourself and giving yourself the grace of acceptance for your less than perfect parts starts to pave the way. It allows you to kind of just give yourself some more space to be and feel and try new things and experiment and explore. Because then you can see, okay, this is something that I've been doing and it hasn't really been working, so let's try something different today, this morning, this hour, this minute. But if you're constantly battling with yourself and constantly berating yourself for for your flaws, we all have flaws. Every single person on this planet has flaws. But if you're constantly berating yourself for these flaws, when is there ever time to show yourself in an act of love that there is another way? When? If you don't have your own back, how can anyone else have your back? And keep looking to outside sources to try to, tell us the secret and, give me the quick fix and tell me what's wrong with me and I need a whatever. You need you. Obviously very passionate about this subject because from the outside it might look like my life has just kind of skyrocketed which it has, but there's been all of this work in the background on myself, with myself, being alone by myself, with all of these aspects of myself that I've spent years hating on. And spending time acknowledging these aspects of myself and listening to them, what they need to say and what needs they have, and working on that. Because every person, I think, wants to be heard and understood from the outside world, but we don't spend enough time giving that to ourselves. Listening to and understanding ourselves and our traumas and our belief systems and our needs. Just show up as yourself. Because we all got a little bit of crazy in us. It's what makes us unique. And we're not meant to be our neighbors or our friends or the people down the road or the people on TV or the people in books. We're meant to be ourselves. And that is beautiful and unique, and literally you are the only person on this planet who can do you and express the way that you express yourself and help others and serve the way that you help others and serve. Only you can do that your own way. So, sure, model successful people's habits, but give yourself some space and some grace. Space and grace. Because you are a beautiful, divine being. You have a purpose to your life here. You have work to do here. And worry and fear and limitations and competition and comparison, it's all just distractions. It's all distractions and it's all resistance to your purpose here. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it at that. Sending you all so much love. I hope you have a really awesome weekend, wherever you're at, morning, evening, night. I love ya. I'll talk to you soon.